Sigma DP2. It's a point-and-shoot camera that differentiates itself from pretty much every other point-and-shoot camera by taking pictures that are, in theory, good. It has a great big sensor. It has a sensor, the thing that catches the light from the lens, that's supposed to be 3 to 4 times the size of a normal point and shoot. And that brings this up into a range that's pretty close to what the size of a sensor that you would get in a full frame DSLR. So the idea is you're going to get really pretty pictures. And you do get really pretty pictures with the DP2. The problem is that the user interface is kind of clunky. The camera itself just doesn't feel that great. You gotta take a lens cap off, and even though the lens is now inside of the body, that's what it looks like when it's on, there's no zoom. You have to walk back and forth. You'll also notice that there's no viewfinder. This little thing here is actually an aftermarket piece. It's just a little optical thing. It's a little piece of glass, and I actually love the way it looks. I actually like to just look through it because it really makes it feel like kind of an old school retro camera, which is what this is. The problem is the little outline that you can see doesn't actually seem to match up with the picture it takes. Like the bracketing is weird. It's not super pocketable depending on how big your pockets are, and it all kind of feels like a camera designed by engineers, not necessarily a camera designed for photographers. In fact, maybe a better way to put it is, it feels like the entire camera's user interface is built around this sensor, and so really the sensor is the only thing they care about, and everything else is just kind of doing the bare minimum to get that sensor into your hands, which is great, but it's about as fun to use as it would be to like buying a car that has a giant engine, like a V8 fire-breathing 500 horsepower monster, but they sell you the car with a wooden chassis, and the steering wheel, kind of works, but it, every once in a while it jumps, and then, occasionally the car just dies. If the only thing you're judging a camera on is if it can take pretty pictures, the Sigma DP2 takes really pretty pictures. I've been, totally happy with the color depth and the look and the saturation and lots of other things that I, as a totally amateur photographer, am not really actually that concerned with. But for the price that you're paying, you're not getting a whole lot of extra, features. You can't shoot movies with it. The LCD on the back is really cheap. You really are basically paying several $100s to get this really top-end, really extra nice sensor. And if that sensor is really what you want, if you're just crazy about the Sigma Foveon sensor that's in the DP2, then get it. It works. It does what they say it will do. And I didn't find it to be confusing or painful or tedious to try to figure out how to use it. But at the same time, I think most people would be better off with a real DSLR that's not a whole lot bigger and can use exchangeable lenses and all of the benefits you get with the DSLR. So certainly it's a weird product. I can't say buy it or not. There's just too many caveats and too many qualifications. But I can say for most people, if you don't already know what the DP2 is, you don't want it.